In just a few short years, Welland's Lucas Spinosa has opened a popular cafe, immersed himself in the community, and successfully run for office. Just in his mid-20s, he has combined a tireless work ethic with an endless supply of enthusiasm to become one of the Rose City's biggest boosters. He sat down with me at his Black Sheep Lounge, where I found out that the conversations that come with the coffee he serves have been an essential part of his journey.
People are the most important part about coffee culture. I think that message got lost when coffee became about convenience. You know, that's why we are big on making people take a breath, take a breather, take a step back and just enjoy the process. Because for us, coffee, obviously we want it to taste good, but that isn't our number one priority. It's about taking a break from your life, meeting some new and interesting people. That's what gets me excited about waking up every morning.
After opening the lounge, Lucas found himself engaged in daily conversations about Welland and meeting like-minded people who shared his passion for the community. He got involved with the downtown BIA and decided to run for council in last fall's election. He won handily, and on council nights, he pours himself a cup of Black Sheep coffee to go and heads over the bridge to represent Ward 3.
I think the number one thing that people got behind is just the authenticity of it. You know, I could care less about, you know, popularity. I didn't run for council because I needed more or I needed any more spotlight. I've been very fortunate that I have an amazing team here at the Black Sheep that supports all of my ambitions, and I in turn support theirs. And it's a relationship. We work together, a working relationship. So from my customers to myself, we work with each other, my staff, my friends, my family. We're always working together because I would not have been successful in the election if it wasn't for other people supporting me and in turn me supporting them. It was not me that won that election. It was the positive people of Welland that won that election. Because again, I'm just a person. They don't have to support me. Someone else could fill that seat and they'd be wherever that person wants to take them. But I think, you know, the number one thing people got behind, the energy is one thing for sure, but it's the fact that people felt a part of it.
Lucas's Niagara Street neighbors include his brother, who owns a fitness facility, and his father, who has owned a successful bakery for years. An old picture of the brothers adorns the front of the bakery, and there is no doubt that Lucas's entrepreneurial spirit and work ethic were a byproduct of watching his hardworking parents.
100%. I have the most amazing family, and it's something that I never take for granted because I know a lot of the time when people have supports in their life, they don't always recognize it, or they don't realize that no matter how small the role those people are really helping them and supporting them. My family, without a doubt, is the number one part of that. I've got both my parents, my brother, and my girlfriend, Katie. They're huge, and even my staff. I mean, my staff is amazing. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be able to get out and do half the things that I do. But when I was a kid working in the bakery, I thought it was like slave labor, you know. My dad was kicking the crap out of me, making me work weekends and holidays, and I never had the summer off. And I think the work ethic that was, at the time, it felt forced into me, but I feel it was something that I had to learn on my own now in retrospect. If it wasn't for my dad, there's no way in hell I'd be able to do as many things as I do and still enjoy it. You know, 'cause there's a lot of busy people.
You're listening to the Above the Mug Show.
Looking for more good conversation, Lucas launched the Above the Mug podcast, which serves as another vehicle for him to listen, engage, and learn.
But with radio, it's just you and the person on the other side of the mic, and I've always really loved it. And I'm able to do that every week now with people who I admire and that inspire me to do more with my life, and using my platform, highlighting what they do and promoting what they love. And in turn, they'll post what I'm doing and it reaches their audience. So it's a mutually beneficial venture that gives me value and makes me feel a little bit better about the things I'm doing outside of podcasting.
You can find the Above the Mug podcast on iTunes or on Lucas's website. And if you need a cup of coffee, he has a mug waiting with your name on it at the Black Sheep Lounge on Niagara Street. Reporting for The Source, I'm Mike Balsom.